Oh, God. What the hell are you doing here? I mean, last time I was single and I was living on the Lower East Side. I have a family now, kids. I mean, this is so embarrassing. You look good, though. Come on in.
All right, that was interesting, but today we are rating an Emmy and Grammy-nominated couple, David Harbour, best known from Stranger Things, and his wife Lily Allen's Brooklyn Brownstone, featured on Architectural Digest.
Our plain English kitchen.
When we started on this design process with budget unconscious designer Billy Cotton, it was based a little bit on the Godfather movies.
I really like this kitchen, especially the painted oak floors and this breakfast nook, but it's interesting that David said it's an Italian-inspired design, but Lily called this her plain English kitchen, which it is. Well, it's kind of a hybrid. There are a few main differences between the two. Most Italian kitchens focus on color, decorative millwork, molding, warmth, where, as an English kitchen, is much more streamlined. It's a balance between old-world charm and modern function. It's basically you have, say, French and Italian, then English, and then German as far as a traditional to a more modern kitchen design. The English don't know how to cook, but they can design kitchens. And before you come at me for that comment, the number one most Googled question last year in London is, why is British food so bad? So I don't know what to tell you. Don't blame me. Although I guess that doesn't apply to Gordon Ramsay, since he's the best.
Should we go into the next room? This is the garden room. We have this double-sided sofa, which means David and I can argue and sort of be looking at each other
and then face away
at the same time.
This room's wild, but I kind of like it. I love the double-sided couch. I typically don't love velvet furniture, but it's a great piece. I like how the kitchen was all white with a few hints of the greens, and that totally changes here. I'm down for the stark contrast. Although I wonder what direction we're going from here.
Like eyesore.
This will be interesting.
Mantle. And so Billy had this great idea about this weird, like, modern box. It's really cool.
So a lot of designers have their specific style or like signature aesthetic they're known for. Like you see a picture and say, oh, that's got to be so-and-so's design. But their designer, Billy Cotton, almost treats every new project as a method acting job and just dives right in trying to create that whole world and vibe for each of his clients. It's an interesting approach. I think I prefer finding someone whose general style you like and working with them over and, hey, I can do whatever you want, but I need to think about that. I'm not sure.
When I lived in apartments in New York City, I just had bathrooms, and there was a toilet and a shower and a sink and a toothbrush. And now I have a room where you can take a bath, or you can, like, sit, or you can brush your teeth. And do whatever you want in this room.
I hate a carpeted bathroom. Yeah, I don't love this room. I do love his vanities, though. Those are great. But this house reminds me so much of a very stylish 19th century Italian grandmother's home. That's the vibe I get from this house. If you could change out the carpet and put down hard surface flooring, it would make such a big difference here.
This is our bedroom. It's kind of cool because there's no windows in this section.
So we can close these doors and he can sit in here and sleep or watch television till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes!
What's crazy to me is they went from a white English kitchen to floor-to-ceiling color in every room with no in between. It's not even 0 to 60, it's 0 to 1,000 in a blink of an eye. They're starting to lose me. Also, not having a window in your primary bedroom, that's going to be tough on the resale market, especially when you're asking multi-million dollars for your home. Their realtor is not going to be happy with this one. It's going to be a hard sell.
Different from, like, other stuff. This is like something out of, like, The Sopranos or something. It's so great.
It does. And it does make sense for the neighborhood. So they're on Carroll Garden, which is a pocket of Brooklyn that back in the day was heavily populated with Italian immigrants. Basically, the neighborhood lay right between the Gambino-controlled land and the Colombo family-controlled land. So this was considered somewhat neutral territory for the Italians and the mob. But now it's all well-off actors, musicians, actually a lot of wealthy French immigrants these days, but no more mob. Although it's New York, so who really knows, right?
It's great. I love this room.
I love it too, but it's like...
It's very relaxing.
I mean, it is. This couch is great.
We love this couch.
I don't know, guys. The further this video goes, the more they're losing me, so let's go ahead and score this brownstone. We started off strong. I like the kitchen. They still had me in the living room. My grip was starting to loosen by the bathroom, and then they completely lost me by the bedroom, and especially down here. I'm going to have to try to shift my focus and think back to the kitchen. Oh, and this is the first ever property we've seen on 80 to have an actual backyard in New York, so that deserves some points. What do you guys think? Let's go with a 7.2 stars the score. For those of you who've seen my review of Nate Berkus' new apartment, I wish we could find a happy medium between that and this. That's the collab I want to see. What do you guys think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't feel like there's going to be much middle ground on this one. I think it's going to be one or the other. Let me know. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
On the
Bye.
way out. Love you, AD.